Thanks for joining us in this live session. Straight away, we are beginning with BENE, Beneserer cap acquisition up 53.46% in this pre-market session. Yes, we were ahead, and we all heard, people shouting and clamoring, buy BENE stock. So yes, it has moved, and indeed the reason is because this stock is associated with DWAC and indeed PHUN, the stocks that were the big movers of the last session, the 22nd of October. So let's see what they are doing right now. PHUN is on the up. Okay, it's up. It's gradually moving up 27.57% in this pre-market session. Let's see what DWAC is doing. Okay, DWAC is up 6.48. So DWAC is, I think they are saying that it is the same person that runs Digital Wall that runs BENE stock. So BENE Beneserer Corporation, or whatever it is. So the same person that runs them. That is why we have and we haven't seen very much from BENE. Indeed, in the last session we saw the stock, we saw the warrants gaining huge, and today again we're seeing the warrants of PHUN also on the big move as well. So let's see what's going on with BENE again. Beneserer is up 52.61%. %. That's the gain we are looking at right now, and at the moment it is just trading below all of its moving averages, apart from the 200-day moving average. It's trading below the 10, 20-day volume weighted average prices. It's very volume weighted average price. It's trading below all of them right now. It has pulled back. This gain is about 53.12, so at some point it was even higher than that. So at some point it was at 19.82, so it's currently at 17.94. Okay, and momentum is indicating that it's overbought at the moment, but the RSI is also not indicating an overbought condition in this, based on this 1-minute live model. Yes, that's what's going on right now. The gain is gradually increasing to, it has now increased to 56.12%, a gain of $6.56, $6.6. The market will open it in about an hour and 35 minutes, so still very early days. But based on what we saw in the last session, based on the sort of reaction we got in that last session, well, one might be forgiven to think that this will not just be the stuff of only the pre-market session. And indeed, we all know that market participants, not all market participants have access to the pre-market session. Depending on the platform you're using, the orders may not be filled until the market opens. So it has lost some of that value now, down to 18.04, gain of 6.37. So let's look at PHUN while we're here. And we have indeed other stocks we are going to look at. PHUN, Okay, up 33.75. Okay. Yes, if you just joined us, thank you very much. We are obviously covering BENE, BENE stock, MARK. We have not even looked at that, so let's quickly have a look at that. That's also another stock on the move right now, and we're going to find out what's going on with it. MARK, Remark Holdings Inc. It's up 242.86%. This is crazy. This is only the pre-market session. Let's find out what is wrong with what is behind this move for MARK. Okay, what is it saying here? The old news is that this is towards the close of the last session. That's when this news came out. Okay, shares skyrocketed 127% to $2.06 on Friday afternoon after trading with a volume of nearly 84 million shares against a daily average of 1.2. The company on Thursday filed a registration statement for a potential offering of securities, including common stock, with an aggregate initial price of up to $50 million. So okay, let's find out why the stock is also on the move. We know why this is on the move. BENE. So let's find out what the news is. Yes, if you just join us, thank you very much. We are covering the markets. We're covering some of the stocks on the move at the moment. So we're trying to find out what is behind this move for Remark. Okay, it's okay. More of what's wrong with it, what's behind its move, we're going to find out later on, but right now we're not finding very much. We just have to return to the charts and see what's going on for the stock. Up 246.85%. That's a lot of gain in one session. Will it continue to extend? We saw PHUN extend further when the market opened last week on Friday. Would that be the case with MARK? Mr. Nice Guy, you think PHUN will reach $100 today? You reckon it's going to reach $100 today? Well, what is certain is that as at last week, somebody who was who was in our live session, was, according to what he saw in his order books, he sold to $120 in his order book. So I mean, but I think what that means is that there was a clamor to buy the shares, and people were open and raising their bids, raising raising their bids or asks, one of those, and then there was 51 up to 120. So fingers crossed. We never know, but it's still on the move again today. That's quite encouraging. Let's see what's going on with DWAC. Okay, DWAC is up to 0.65. Not as much as probably MARK. So there are indeed other stocks. Let's look at CEI. Yes, if you're just joining us, if you have a comment, if you want us to have a look at any other stock, and we know the ones on the move right now, they've caught our attention, but indeed we can always have a look at any other stocks. So Kamba Energy down 6.25, not so wonderful. CRTD right now. CRTD, let's find out what's on the move for Created Inc. Up 69.49, so it's also on the move as well. CRTD is on the move as well, so it's a big day. Today. The ENE, let's see. Oh well, we can't find the warrants here. Sorry, Griffin. We can't find the warrant. The warrants are not on. I'm not sure these guys have it here. The warrants for BENE. I don't think we have that. Okay, we have, but the symbol comes up, but it doesn't mean we're gonna find anything on it. It just takes. Okay, yes, we do have the. Sorry, we have it. We have the warrants. Yes, it's up 260.22%. Completely. I think it's overbought, no doubt. Okay, well, right now it's not really indicating an overbought condition. Not too far away from its volume weighted average price. That's quite encouraging, given that it has run up again of 252.15%, and there is the strength is not so wonderful. It's just average at the moment, 51.85. So do you want to pick up a position there, or you want to see how things are, Griffin? Are you looking to take up a position in the warrants? Okay, it's pulling back now. It's pulling back. Just got some support from that volume weighted average price. Okay, you have 60. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Oh, how's it looking? Is it up or? Okay, right now it's just clean off a bit. I hope I want to believe you probably bought this before it ran up to this 244.09%. I mean, I want to believe you bought it before now, because I mean, going by the look of things, I mean, I'm just assuming that most market participants or the regular market participants don't have access to the markets right now. So let us know when you bought this. Before, was it yesterday? Sorry, was it Friday you bought it? Okay, you got them at 650. Okay. Yes, fingers crossed. There's every chance it will extend further. There's every chance, They were on fire last Friday. Yes, they were on fire, and people were saying, buy them, buy, buy the stock, buy the stock. And yes, today it has moved, and that is the case. Yes. Well, we just hope you succeed in getting something out. Let's just hope something, because the stock is sorry, the warrants, they've been on the fire for some time now. This will be the second time they are just adding huge gains. I think on Friday, correct me if I'm wrong, it's ran up a gain of up to more than 1,000% or thereabouts. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, you have to be in it to win it. You have to take the chance. Yes, you have to take the chance. Yeah. And even though it looks like you got in when it has run up this huge gain, but at the same time you also got in when it wasn't a move, when things were moving, as against when things were not moving. You could just say, okay, right now let me buy it, but you could have bought it then, but maybe it would just sit there and tie your money down. But right now you bought it, it's on the move, the liquidity is very much there. So yeah, you win some, you lose some, but right now it's not over yet. It's not over yet. There's every likelihood. Okay, we're just not far away from, again, it's at 6.48. Indeed, we can always move up and you realize some gain here, and the market hasn't opened yet, so let's look at the stock itself and see. Okay, the stock itself is up 49.7% right now. Okay, it has pulled back below all of its moving averages, short and intermediate moving averages, all of them, but still very far away from its 200-day moving average, but also below, yes, indeed, below all of its moving average, just losing some strength right now. Okay, so let's have a look at MARK. Remark Holdings Inc. up 247.93%. We don't exactly know. Yes, we had a news that it's issuing some shares or thereabout or something like that. That's at Friday, but right now it probably is still the same news. Okay, so market participants are keen on MARK right now. It's up to 243.32%. It's just moving sideways after running up this huge extension, this huge gain, over 200%. So they naturally would expect it to move sideways. Is there any guarantee it will extend further in the main session? Well, there's no guarantee. We don't exactly know what the stock is doing. We know exactly for the other stocks like PHUN, why they continue to extend. They extended in the pre-market of the last session and skyrocketed by up to 1,000% in the main session of that session. But at least we know what's behind it and the prospects of being the developer of the Trump media tech platform and all that stuff. So it was some fundamental news, some expectation. But in any case, whatever it is, if market participants have decided that this is where they're putting their money, that's where they're putting their money, and the stock is likely to, yield and extend. So that's what we saw, and right now we're also looking at that as well. So let's look at CRTD, Created Inc. Okay, which one? Okay, which one are you holding 19 of? 19 of what? You're holding 19 of BENE or B? I mean, tell me. I mean, I know. So you have 1,200 of PHUN. So let's begin with the 19, the one you're holding 19 of. That's a clubbing. Let's see. Let us know which one it is. Okay, but while you are trying to, okay. Oh, you're 19 years old. Okay, that's all right. It's, I mean, the earlier you start, the better. Yes. Okay. We have 1,200 of PHUN, and you bought at 9.42. Let's return to PHUN. Okay, 9.42. Yes. Okay. Well, right now the price is at 10.99, so you are in the money right now. And based on what we have seen before, that was last Friday, there's a good chance the stock will extend, at least, even if it's, yeah, there's every chance it will sustain at least this price, so that at least if you are not you're a bit apprehensive, or not, you're not very sure, you can always see what you make of it, whether you're going to cut your losses, because it's highly volatile, very, very risky, and yeah, it's very risky. Okay, you bought at 9.42, so it's highly volatile. Okay, what my I think, based on what we're seeing right now, we have seen, okay, see the warrants of PHUN. Okay, it's up 25.01%, so it's also on the move as well. There's every chance that yes, we might extend further again. There's every chance we can extend further. Yes, I'm quite optimistic that we can extend further, at least close to $15. I'm quite optimistic about that, going by the sort of momentum we have right now in this pre-market session. That's what I'm thinking. That's my my estimate at the moment. But just fingers crossed. Right now you are in the money. The stock is at 10.78, but indeed things can suddenly change as well. We have seen it just pull back to $9.1 in this just a few seconds ago. So things are very, very very dicey right now, but fingers crossed. We expect it to reach at least $15 when the market opens. The interest is still there. It's the buzz is still there as well, and the other stocks that are associated with it, BENE, are still on the move. I know somebody's saying that DWAC is dead. Let's look at DWAC. Yes, all of them are. They haven't lost the people, market participants. They haven't lost their interest in DWAC, PHUN, and of late as well BENE. So they've not lost their interest there. And indeed, even CRTD. I mean, all the stocks we are looking at right now, apart from MARK, the bullish sentiment is still there for them. And indeed, I mean, they have to, sometimes they're going to retrace, because it's not just the market of the optimists, the skeptics, the skeptics, not just the skeptics, those who want to make money. The stock, when the stock has added 200% gain, it's time to cut some profit, or shave off or short it, or whatever it is. So that's what we faced towards the end of that session of the 22nd. Especially for PHUN, it run up again of up to 1,099% at some point. So I mean, what would you expect? People will sell, short sellers will sell. Okay, yes. My thoughts is that for PHUN, I expect it to extend up to $15 at some point in the regular session. I expect it to reach up to $15 at some point. Will it stay there? I can't say for sure. Will it extend and go further? How long would it stay at that sort of levels? I can't say absolutely for sure, but I'm quite optimistic that it will get there at least quite early in the session. Based on the the bullishness, the opinions market participants have been expressing, and it has a relatively small float of about 68 million. So some of these things will spur market. The scarcity of the stock itself will has a potential to put it up there to $15. We have seen it reach $24, if not even more. And somebody was actually saying that he saw book orders that had stock at $120 for that's PHUN. So, but we're just keeping a modest target of about $15 quite early in this session, at least, probably not more than 1 hour within the session. There's every chance it can get to $15. So let's quickly recap and see what's going on with AMARK. Remark Holdings up 216.13%, pulling back right now, losing some momentum. Okay, it's totally oversold right now based on the 1 minute chart, and the RSI is indicating that there is some loss of strength right now. So let's see whether ARK has warrants. Okay, I don't think there are warrants involved. So let's return and see BENE. Okay, you want to buy real estate? Okay, yes, by all means, do whatever. It's good to balance things out, real estate and shares, yes. But the most liquid is equity markets. Indeed, we have to buy in real estate. Personally, the reason why I have to buy real estate or a house is because if it's yours, then at least you are there. No landlord is coming to tell you that they want the property back the next morning. And if you're probably on mortgage, the bank, it's not like coming tomorrow to give you those sentiments as well. But outside that, I really wouldn't. So I'm not trying to give you any ideas about real estate, but hopefully yes, there's a good chance you will probably just observe and see whether you can. Keep your eyes on the market when the market opens, and hopefully it will get to make you some decent profit, and get going from there. Yeah, I didn't want to get into. I didn't want to get involved into real estate or not, but so that's all right. Do whatever you want to do with your money. But what I can only say is that the most liquid of the two of them is the equity markets, the shares. So that is absolutely. There's no doubt about that. So right now we have BENE up 51.15%. Let's update ourselves with the options, with the warrants. Okay, warrants is still up for 249.46% right now, just getting support from its 50-day moving average. Momentum is strong, indicating that the stock, I think, is based on the momentum, it's overbought. But the RSI is also showing some improving strength. That is for the warrants for BENE. Okay, BENE is now at 51.41%. That's the gain right now. So let's look at PHUN. PHUN. Okay, 29. Okay, yes, it's gaining some more, up at 11.26. Not so far away from where we have seen it in the last few minutes, but it's, at this it's good. It's good there for you, Clubbing. It's good. It's there at 11.2, a gain of 28.15%. So another thing that might happen is that the company may also issue more shares. The stock has run up a huge gain since Thursday. On Thursday the 21st, the stock was trading at $1.52. So right now it is close to 10 times that. So you never know, they could issue more shares, and they could issue more shares to raise more capital and get things going, get stock up their war chest, but I'm only saying, it's good for them, it's good for the stock, it's good for the company. As at then, it wasn't even a $1 billion stock. It didn't have a $1 billion. It wasn't, the market cap wasn't up to $1 billion. Does it deserve to have a $1 billion market capitalization? Some may argue, and some may look at that and say, yes, okay, maybe it's not up to $1 billion yet. I think maybe yes, based on that, it may continue to extend. That could these are the sort of lines certain market participants will be going, and let's see whether we can get its current market cap right now. Okay, we still have a market cap of 664.3 million. And commentators have actually commended the company. They say the company is they know what they're doing, and obviously, if they didn't know what they're doing, they wouldn't be able to develop a platform. They wouldn't get a contract to develop the app for Trump's campaign. So they most certainly do know what they're doing. Yes. So the point I'm trying to make is that market participants, even at this price, may still think the stock is undervalued. At 11.32, they may still think it's undervalued. So let's look at previous sort of prices for the stock. Okay, it hasn't really. It's also late that it started to look up. So let's see whether we can extend it to up to $20.19. Okay. Okay, we have it. Okay, maybe the volume may have been small here, and we have a price of 307. So it may not necessarily indicate that was the price. It may just be that maybe then they didn't have many shares or something like that. So I'm trying to adjust this back to where we are right now. to this year, 2021. Okay, yes, like I indicated earlier on, the target we have for PHEN is about $15, and we don't have any position in them yet. We don't have any position in any of the stocks at the moment, so let's return to the 1 minute model for PHEN. So the gain is it's 2.4, roughly $2.5 right now. That's what it has run up so far in this pre-market session. So let's look at okay, yes, apart from CEI, we have a position in Kamba Energy, some of the stocks we are looking at right now, but outside that we don't have any in any of these other ones yet. So digital world up 12.8% right now. A gain of $12.17. Next one is Kamba Energy. Kamba Energy is down 6.25%, moving sideways right now. Completely sold out based on the momentum, but the RSI is indicating that there is some amount of strength left there. Okay, sorry, let me adjust this. Okay, let's quickly have a look at CRTD. That's another stock that is strongly bullish right now. Created Inc. is up 65.1%, ran up a huge gain in this pre-market session, and usually when that happens, then it begins to move sideways, and that is what's happening. Either it pulls back or moves sideways. Sometimes, it may also continue to extend, but naturally this is what you would expect for the stock to do so, move sideways. We have an average sort of figure for its momentum, just moving just modestly, okay, not oversold, not overbought. Okay, let's return and see what's going on with BENE. If you just joined us, thank you very much. we're looking at BENE, MARK, PHUN, DWAC, and all of them apart from MARK and CEI, that's Remark and Kamba Energy. I think all the others are related. BENE is related to PHUN and PHUN is related to DWAC, or rather BENE is run by the same. BENE and DWAC are run by the same person, or the CEO is the same person, and the funds they're probably going to be raised may be given to PHUN to develop the platform for the Trump media tech. Their platform. Yes, the platform for Trump media tech. So all of these are, I think, speculations, because we don't exactly know for sure. There's no official indications there, and I think CRTD is also related to PHUN, or one of those other sparks as well. So right now we are looking at BENE, BENE capital acquisition up 5.47%, $5.55, and a gain of 46.88% in this pre-market session. The market is opening in about probably 56 minutes. So its options, its warrants are also on the move as well. So let's see what's going on there. Okay, yes, we're going to have a look at MARK right away. We're going to have a look at it. So BENE, the warrants are up 233.33% right now, spiked and moving sideways now. Momentum is improving as well based on the 1 minute model, and the RSI is not oversold right now, but it's cooled off a bit right now, the momentum and the RSI. So let's look at MARK. Remark Holdings up 215.21%. The news we got was at Friday the 22nd that they are issuing more shares. I don't exactly know, but in any case, probably market participants saw that as a positive, and they have the stock was on the move in that last session, so it's still on the move now. So it has gained $4.66, a gain of 215.21%. up from $2.17. Momentum is just not so wonderful as at the moment, slightly oversold at the moment, but the weakness, the RSI hasn't dropped off completely. So it's, it ran up this huge extension, so naturally you would expect the stock to move sideways, and that is what's going on right now, sideways or downwards. It's a steep spike. It's a gap. It's gapped in this pre-market, and it's just doing the natural thing. So will it extend in the main session? There's no guarantee that MARK will continue to extend. Do you have any position in MARK? Okay, let's quickly have a look at PHUN and see what's going on there. It's up. Okay, still at $11. We have a guy there who's clubbing, who said he has a position. He bought at 940, so we're holding for him and hoping that he makes some profits. And we have a target of about $15 for the stock at least some point in this main session. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Okay, you have a position in MARK. What did you buy that? When did you buy, and at what price? Okay, you bought at 803. Okay, MARK. Let's have a look and see MARK. Oh, okay. Okay, so he has pulled back from that high. Okay, yes, you bought, I guess this is probably around the time you bought it, not long ago. Yeah. Well, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, based on what we are looking at right now. Okay, let's have a look and see what we can make out of the sort of price targets we can calculate from what it has been doing of late. This is Charles Schwab, and I don't know the sort of platforms you guys are using, but we're combining their what's the data on the website and their tool here, the Street Smart Edge. So but we use this because we can pinpoint the prices. So let's look at the 10-day chart and see something much more relevant. Okay, by GME 1 minute. Let's just digest or see if we can come up with a target for array. Okay, so this is the 10-day chart. So we may be tempted to use this sort of increments, this sort of prices. You can see that they're quite huge. So given that it has been moving, it's been extending seriously, so it's been having extending by leaps and bounds. So let's also use something quite big but not so big as such. So let's use a price of 1.01 minus this low of 0.89. okay, let's find the difference between 1.09, 1.01, 1.01 minus 0.89. we have a difference of 0.12. so this difference of 0.12, we multiply that by the Fibonacci extension level of about 3.618. I mean, we're using this because the stock has, you can see how it has spiked of late. So we just use that, and we may also use a smaller extension level. If you multiply that, we have a price of 0.43. so 0.43 plus where it is right now, 0.43 will plus 6.72 plus 6.7 will give us a price of 7.13416. so well, bear in mind that so we have a target of 7.13, but also bear in mind that we could be totally wrong, and also we didn't use this sort of price, this section of the price, because this is a volatile section. But if you want us to use it, we can see what we can come out of, what we can make out. So we have a price of 1.54 and 1.02, so that will give us a difference of 0.52. so 0.52 times 3.618 will give you a price of 1.88. if you add that to the current price we saw, which is 6.44, okay, plus 6.44, we have a price of 8.3. okay, and 8.3 is just maybe 27 cents shy of where you got in. Okay, but right now I think it's losing some momentum as well. But not to worry, even if it doesn't get to where you want it, you can always cut your losses, and or you can cut your losses, or probably if you feel quite strong about the stock, you can, if you still have some money left, if it retraces further, you pick up a position, or decide what you're going to do, because right now it's below that price you got in at. So you can equally decide to hold on to it. If you have done your due diligence, if you feel that at some point it will continue to extend. It's just that market participants are just a bit too keen on it, and they are doing all sorts of things with it now, because what is absolutely certain is that those who are buying today, the majority of those who are buying today are in it to make some money, and you can't blame or judge anybody. And that's the game right now. Today is a day of money making for MARK stock. Okay, so that's it. Let's have a look at DWAC. Okay. Oh, okay, you bought at 11.50. Am I correct, or is yes? By GME, you bought at 11.50. I mean, I want to believe that is the case. From the pre-market session of last week, of last session. Yeah, I mean, you are probably 10 times up. It has run up a huge gain. Well, it's a spark. I think left me. This is what I would do because of the fact it's a spark. I'll probably right now, as things stand, I might just take some money off and hold some cash, because cash is good. I mean, that's what you would use to enter any other position, any other interesting play. So I'll just sell some and maybe leave some there. That's what I would do. So I mean, assuming you got in at $11.50, then you timed it very right. I mean, you got there right, a very good time to get it. So yeah, that's what I would do. Take some money off, and because it's a spark, and they may transform to some other thing again. And right now, the whole thing about the company, about the stock, is like I indicated, just like all the other ones we're looking at right now. The people who are buying them and selling them are strictly there to make money. And indeed, we all buy stocks to make money, but majority of those who are buying, who are in it right now, are not in there for the long haul. So yeah, but in any case, you are high up by a huge amount. You can always decide, and I know there's some comfort there. You can just sit back a bit. There's no panic, and see how things pan out. Yes. So we have only 6 likes. Can we at least get it up to 10, if you guys don't mind? Okay, thank you very much. Momentum for DWAC is improving. Just got into overbought territory. The strength is also improving as well. So let's quickly see what's going on with Kamba Energy. Absolutely, yes. By all means, it doesn't sound like it does. That's a good one. Yes, 25%. Yes, and hold on to that, because cash is king. It's always good to have some cash, because things are really changing. And the reason why we haven't, amongst other things, is because we're short of cash. And we should have always have some cash at hand to take advantage of what's going on. So if you take 25% off, that's good. There a lot more stocks are going to come out. So let's quickly look at CRTD. Created Inc. up 66.1%, also moving sideways as well. Momentum is trying to improve. RSI is also trying to improve as well. All of these are based on the 1-minute model. So let's return to BENE. So BEN is up 48.99, roughly 48%, also moving sideways. Gained 5.57%, 5.55, roughly $5.6 in this pre-market session. Okay, so yeah, let's look at the warrants. Okay, the warrants are up 238.71%, has added $4.4. The momentum is indicating that it's oversold, it's overbought right now, and the RSI is also improving, showing some strength. So that's return on CMARK. Remark Holdings up 203.23%, moving sideways and also slightly sloping downwards. And because it's been moving sideways, all of its moving averages have all caught up with it, but they have started to diverge as well. So fingers crossed, who knows what's going to happen in this session. Yes, on the last week, PHUN was up in the pre-market session. We were saying there's no guarantee it will also run in the main session, and we were wrong. I mean, not that we are wrong, but it did run. It ran, even added way more than it actually did in the pre-market session. And I think amongst other things why it's also ran is because it has a relatively small float of about 68 million, and out of that 68 million, what is actually available may have been even way less than what the float is. And at the same time as well, it's just a speculation. It's not exactly how the company didn't make any announcement, the digital world didn't make any announcement, so probably it took I think even on Thursday it was actually on the move as well, so. But all in all, I think in the case of PHUN, there's a relatively small float, but we can always have a look and see what the shares outstanding for. Okay, the figure is 101.795. So at the same time as well, going by the sort of volumes we have seen with other stocks, okay, this is slightly okay, though not as small as others, but at the same time, the float is a figure that will be probably less than this, definitely less than this, or just about the same. But at the same time, what may also be freely available may actually be less than what the float is, because if market participants have own the shares but they're not selling, it is only those who are selling that will the shares that have been sold, or that are not in the position of any other person, that will be participating in the rally or the retracement, as the case may be. It's those that will be traded. So yeah. So MARK up 203.23%. Okay, CEI. Okay, you want us to have a look at CEI? Okay, let's quickly jump to CEI right now. CEI has been underperforming, but it has been one of the most active, or at least it has been on the most active list for weeks now. I think this is the third week, if not the fourth week. So right now it is the loss is about 5.56% in the penny stock, a penny stock that is also optionable. So I think the options are, amongst other things, have caused the stock to remain relevant, have caused the stock to remain active, because I mean it's optionable. It's a cycle that if it's on itself, people are if they are not satisfied with the stock, they get on the options, and when they're doing that, market makers are constantly also chasing them or reacting to what they're doing. So it's affordable. The stock is affordable, and even the options will be even way more affordable. So amongst other things, that's what has kept the stock relevant. I mean, there are other things that have kept it relevant. So that's its structure, its equity structure has ensured that it is relevant, has remained relevant for some time now. So but it's down 5.59%, trading at $1.355. We have a position in CEI, so it's important that we indicate that to you. So let's look at PHUN. So will it run? Yeah, it has a potential to extend. CEI has a potential to extend. It's just that we also have these other stocks on the move right now. Maybe right now they will not. They may ignore it. What has transpired on the daily chart may also be a factor. So we'll get back to CEI. Let's just quickly update ourselves with what's going on with Funware PHUN. It's now has continued to add some value now. Added $3.05, a gain of 34.78. I can't exactly remember how it was moving in the pre-market session of last week, but based on how we moved in the regular session, I think this is just modest. Then in the early part of that session, it was unbelievably astronomical. Right in front of us, the stock we changed our targets 3 times, and each time they were all knocked out. So 3-time lucky. So if it's a case where we were putting our money, we would have been lucky 3 times. But that was a fascinating time. That was a fascinating session last Friday. I mean, in the early hours, it ran up to $24 and pulled back all the way to $5, extended again up to $10. Quite a roller coaster session. So let's look at the warrants. They also the move right now in this pre-market session. Okay, thank you very much. We have 10 likes now. Okay, so the warrants are up 39.86. So that's also interesting because you can see now the warrants are also in the move. The warrants are just equivalent of options, and it may continue to complicate things. Not a negative complication, a positive one. It may probably ensure that the stock may remain relevant. We may continue to talk about it for some sessions. So market participants using the options to mix things up. So yes, they feed on it themselves and all that. So possibly Funware may remain on our radar for some time, possibly. So the the warrants are up 39.86%, a gain of 2.551, and the momentum is strong overbought. That's what's indicating. The RSI is also indicating that yes, it's I think also overbought as well. So let's look at DWAC. DWAC up 18.41%, a gain of 17.70. Yes, you can see also that the stock has what the pattern it had in the pre-market session of Friday. It's also, we have seen that starting to play out here now. You see the angle of attack. I think the 200-day moving average best indicates that. You can see it's not a very steep one. This is what I'm talking about. This is a very steep angle of attack, like throwing a stone up, to just right, it will land back on your face. But if you throw it just vertically away from you, horizontally away from you, it will not land back at you. It will probably go further, So that's what we're looking at right now. It's played that out on that during that pre-market session, extending nicely with a very narrow angle of attack. It's doing it again here. It's just that of late now it has inched up again, trying to gap gap up, and as a result of that, I think it has just starting to cool off. But we saw that again here. We saw that moved, attacked with a nice or a sustainable angle of attack, and then inched up, cooled down. If as a matter of fact, even pulled back all the way down to 93.38. But that was a good buying opportunity. Market participants jumped in and got involved, and it's on the move again. So if it moves on, it extends gradually without the huge gaps and leaps. There's a good chance it will run and run and run and run and run. But when it begins to spike and get very volatile, then the risk increases. So digital world, quite an impressive stock. Based on how it has the chart has played out in the last session, in the last pre-market session, and what we're looking at right now. Even though right now it has that this angle of attack is now quite a steep one. So it's up by 19 points, or roughly 20%, a gain of $18.8. So let's update ourselves with CEI. Okay, Kamba Energy is sustaining a loss of 5.56. Okay, let's look at CRTD. Okay, gain of 70%. It's just moving sideways. Nothing much has occurred. Just that gap. And I think maybe not very many market participants are involved, because we are not seeing very much selling, and also not very much buying. So that's quite sustainable for those who are there already. Not so volatile. It hasn't been that volatile since this session, this pre-market session. And we have that momentum is also waning. Yes, getting oversold. Strength is also weakening as well. And let's return to BENE. BENE has added 6.6, trading at 18.40, and it's just trying to departed from its 10-day moving average, got upon from that, and it's just moving up now, trading at 18.39, and the 10-day moving average, which is the next one, is at 10.08. The volume weighted average price is at 17.768. So by some measures, some market participants may get into a stock when the price is below the volume weighted average price, and may take out their position when the stock has moved above. So like day traders, scalpers, and all that stuff. And they may also, if they're not using the volume weighted average price, they may also use the moving averages. So but we can see that at some point it was for a good number of minutes, up to 30 minutes, it was trading below that volume weighted average price. This is the volume weighted average price, the price that is influenced by or rather determined by the price and then the average volume. So I mean, going by that name, you can see why it's there. If you're not sure about what's going on, and you mix things up, mix the volume up and the price, get it another price. So it will help you navigate and decide and all that stuff. So it's an important indicator. That's why we have it on the chart. So right now it's getting support from that 10-day moving average. has broken through that support. The gain is 6.31, which is 53.98%. The options, the warrants are also on the move as well. Let's have a look and see what's going on there. $249.46%. Okay, just like the stock itself, it's moving sideways. And even with the length of time we are talking about, the 200-day moving average has still not caught up with the other averages, and that's an indication of how much it extended. Okay, so let's update ourselves with MARK. Remark Holdings up 245.16%, just pulled away from its volume weighted average price. So you can see what I was talking about, so at this sort of point, okay, it was trading below that volume weighted average price. And amongst other things, some may have just seen that as a good opportunity to put in more buy, and so we can see how the stock extended. Sorry, the momentum started to extend. It looks it didn't extend like it steeply, just extended nicely. It looks quite like very much like a decent move upwards, not a very steep one. Okay, so but right now it's not so strong, but still strong. It's not as strong as it was before. That's the momentum. So the gain for MARK is $5.23, a percentage of 242%, just for one session. Okay, PHUN, that's the next one. PHUN is extending nicely. As it started to also play out nicely here. The angle of attack not so steep, trying to take it to a new level now, not so volatile, not in a very volatile manner. We have seen it sustain the price at 11 and some fraction, 11 and more for some time now. It has held that $11 price and more for a few minutes now, and just adding and moving on from there, not extending in a volatile manner, which can lead people to panic and take money out and all that stuff. So yes, the gain is now 38.1%, 37.99%. Okay, so let's see what's going on with DWAC. DWAC up 20.76%. Getting support from its 10-day moving average, but trading at a significant discount. Trading at a discount premium to its volume weighted average price. The volume weighted average price is at 104.5244. The stock itself is at 113.26. But it's the way it's been extending is not in a very steep manner. So So the market is open in about 22 minutes. let's see what's going on with CRTD. Okay, still moving sideways. The gain is 66.1%. So let's see, let's have a look at PROG. Let's see if anything's going on there. Okay, down 0.34, nothing is going on there. Okay, let's return to BENE. BENE up for 7.82%, again of $5.59. Getting some resistance from its 50-day moving average, and also trading below its volume weighted average price. So I can imagine certain market participants will be looking at this, and they'll be calculating and trying to determine their next move. Probably when momentum improves, the stock might also begin to rally again. So right now, momentum is not so wonderful at the moment. It's at just slightly improving. You can see that getting challenged, getting some resistance from its 50-day moving average. Momentum is slightly improving. There's every chance it has a potential to extend at least beyond its volume weighted average price. It has a potential to extend beyond 17.76, because the way things are set up now is such that it's providing an opportunity trading below its 10, 20, and 50-day moving average, and indeed its volume weighted average price right now. So let's look at the warrants. BENE, okay, the warrants are also sustaining their price at 6.44. It's been on this sort of level, $6 and some fraction, for the best part of close to 2 hours, I think. Yeah. MARK, Remark Holdings. Okay, getting support from its volume weighted average price. The volume weighted average price is at 7.3148, and the stock itself is at 7.32, so they are just right about the same. Momentum is waning. It's getting oversold, gradually getting there, but the strength is just sustained at 56.65. So let's look at PHUN. Okay, still sustaining the price at $11 and some fraction, still sustaining there, and it has converged with its 10-day moving average. Its 10-day moving average has a price of 11.87. The stock itself is at 11.83, so just slightly below its 10-day moving average. But trading at the premium to its volume weighted average price, the price that is determined as a result of its volume. So I think what it indicates is that if you were in doubt whether the stock is strongly bullish, the volume weighted average price is saying something lower, and the stock itself is saying something higher. But momentum is waning based on this 14 period low stochastic oscillator is waning at the moment, but momentum is, so the RSI, the strength is still not modestly okay, but hasn't dropped off. So the gain is a gain of 34.1%, $2.98. Okay, let's look at DWAC and update ourselves with it. DWAC has two warrants. We'll have a look at them. So the gain is $17.6, 18.63%. It's also trading at a significant premium to its volume weighted average price. The volume weighted average price is at $105. The stock itself is at $112, a premium of $7 or thereabout. So let's look at okay, let's look at, okay, I don't know, it has options, it has warrants, and then there's a U. I don't know what the U is. Okay, the warrant is up for to 1.41%. Okay, that is not available. Okay, it is available, up to 1.7%. That's also another instrument available. Okay, let's look at CEI. Okay, it has lost about 1% since the last time we saw it. Camber Energy down to $1.35. So let's look at CRTD. Created Inc. up 68.28%, trading at this just below its volume weighted average price. Momentum is waning. It just increased of late, but it's pulling back. Okay, so the market is opening in about 14 minutes. Let's return and see what's going on with BENE. Okay, the gain is now 52.18%. Okay, BENE has been moving sideways all through all this session, so fingers crossed. Let's see what's going to happen when the market opens. So we're just about 12 minutes away from that. Okay, Remark is also has just slightly dropped off below its all of its moving averages right now. The next one is PHUN, Funware Inc. up 29.41%. Okay, it's cooling off a bit. Okay, momentum is indicated that the stock lost some momentum. The 14 period slow stochastic oscillator is indicating the stock did lose some momentum. The RSI is also indicating some amount of weakness there, but it's still at $11 and some fraction. So let's at some point the stock retraced. We saw that down all the way to 9.1, but it was just a flash. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at DWAC. Still at 111.13, extending nicely. You can see how it's extending bullishly. The slope of the moving averages are nicely inclined, not steeply, indicating that the stock equally extended with a narrow angle of attack. So let's look at CEI before we see what's going on elsewhere. CEI still increasing some of its losses, now at 6.94. So let's look at CRTD. Created 65.86%, also moving sideways. Nothing much is going on there. So let's keep it at BENE and see whether we can see what's going on here in the markets on Charles Schwab's platform. So obviously some of the stocks on the move are the ones we have been looking at right now. Remark, Funware, okay, Sunim is losing value. Created, yes, it's definitely one of the stocks we have been looking at. BENE, yes, it's and DWAC as well. Sorry, Digital World and COMS, CETX. So let's look at COMS and see if it's on the move. COMS. Okay, yes. Sovereign Holdings Corp. It's up for the 1.14%. Is it a Spark stock? Let's have a look. Okay, you can see relatively small shares are outstanding. It could be less. Roughly 79 million shares outstanding. Is there any news there? Okay, the news is as old as it's just one of the pre-market gainers. Sovereign Holding Corp. Let's see whether we can find any news. let's return. So the market is open in about 6 minutes. FUN where, FUN where the warrants is the big mover. BENE warrants, Digital World warrants, Remark Holdings, Digital World stock, credit warrants, created one, look at SGBX. Let's look at SGBX. Okay, SG Block Inks is down 13%. So it's not on the move, not extending high. So right now it's overbought, even though it's down 12.71%. BENE up $6.56, a gain of 56.57%. So the market is opening in about 4 minutes. We're counting down. FUN where? Let's see. Up 39.24. Okay, exposing the move. It's now at $12. Let's see how things are going to pan out when the market opens. We have about 4 minutes. Okay, we're counting down. We have about a minute and some fraction. And PHUN firmware has pulled back from $12 now at 11.94. Did it ever reach? Yes, it did. Of course, it did reach the 12.12 at some point. Let's see what's going on with BENE. Benecer. Let's see what we're gonna get. 53.38, 53.12%, moving sideways. So the market is opening in a few seconds. So let's return to PHUN. We want to stay here when the market opens and see what's going to happen. We'll just uncheck the pre-market box, so the graphics you're seeing right now will not be the same. So now, in a few seconds, we're going to see a change. Okay, the market is open now. You can see the stock has spiked now at 11.99, 11.94. It's retracing 11.62, 11.49, putting back, crashing back. 10.8, no, we want crashing back without providing an opportunity to spike, for it to spike. Trading at a discount to its volume weighted average price right now, so that's a nice setup. The volume weighted average price is at 11.68, 11.67. The stock is at 10.8. Has pulled back. There's every chance it will run again. The RSI is strong at 85.72. Momentum has pulled away from the overbought territory right now. So let's quickly find out what. Okay, it's halted. Yes, halted. Okay, that's why that's what we have. There's a halt. We didn't realize that. So MARK is on the move. 167. Okay, it has escaped. Continue to extend further. Good news for the guy. I think he bought at $9 and so far. I can't exactly. Somebody was commenting he bought at a certain price. So the stock is on the move now. Is it on the move? Oh, I think it has lost some value. Sorry. Yeah, it's up. It was up 200 and something %. So it's down a huge amount now. So let's look at sorry, we've looked at PHUN and BENE, BENR, BENE. BENE BENE up 42.69. I think has also lost some value as well, but it's not halted like PHUN. Let's look at DWAC. Okay, it's also halted as well. Kamba Energy is gaining some ground. It was down about roughly 7%, but now the loss is only about 3.47. So let's look at CRTD. Indeed, it was halted in a matter of minutes. You're right. Yes, in a matter of seconds. Yes. Okay, created is also halted as well. CUMS. TMS up to 2.15, extending bullishly. Okay, just broke through its volume weighted average price now. Let's look at SGBX, where it's still at a loss. Okay, the loss has increased. So let's look, return and see whether they have let PHUN go. Okay, still halted. And so far, I think market participants are still holding on. So, Solim, what's your? Do you have any updates on your? What is it? What did you call it again? On Friday, book orders. Okay, let's see what the MARK is saying. Yeah, it's halted. Yes. Oh, you just described. I think it was even higher than what it is. It was up about 240%. So it's people are taking money off. They are running away. It's halted, and I think they are selling right now. Okay, BENE is on the move, but it's okay, broken through its bottom weighted average price and extending. Let's see whether PHUN is. It's still halted. Okay, it's on the move now. It's going to retrace further. Retracing. Trading at a discount to its volume weighted average price, getting support from its 10-day moving average, broken through, retracing. Oh, halted again. That's no wonder. Yes, it's been halted again. Okay, BENE is trading at, but has lost some of the value, some of the gains it had in the pre-market session. Okay, MARK still halted. DWAC. Okay, on the move, but not halted at 12.07. That's the gain. It has a promise. You can see it's trading at a discount to its volume weighted average price. Camber Energy now on the move, now positive 3.32%. That's the gain. Okay, Created is also halted. Still halted on PHUN. So let's see whether we can get. Okay, it's not up to date yet. Okay, halt is still in place. Let's look at. Okay, yes, we can always see whether there are other stocks on the move. Yes, we have been looking at these. Mark, PHUN, Green Pro Capital. Okay, GRNQ. That's another stock to watch. GRNQ, penny stock, up 88.25. Let's find out what's behind this move. Okay, we don't have any news. Green Pro up 96%. Okay, let me. You want to? Okay, you're buying Mark at $4. Let's see. Okay, Mark is on the move again. $4.4. Okay, it's okay. Yes. There's an opportunity there. The volume weighted average price is still ahead. It may indicate to some market participants that there is it could still go higher. So it's at 4.63 now. So let's see what PHUN is doing. Okay, it's on the move now. Still also below its volume weighted average price as well. We had a price target of about $15 for PHUN. Is there any chance it will get there? Yeah, it's possible. Okay, let's look at BENE. Yeah, it's dropping, yes, down below its 50-day moving averages right now. That's a mark. Momentum is, it's totally sold out, completely sold out. Trading is halted as well. So your PHUN order went through, okay. But the average volume weighted average price is crashing down because the stock itself has continued to dwell this sort of price is where it is at now. So time will ensure that it will continue to pull down, but it's getting some resistance from its 10-day moving average. Okay, let's look at PROG. Okay, Progenity is in the move. Is it up 1612.5? Yeah, it's in a move. Yes. Could it be that they've taken money out and they brought it to PROG? They've taken money out from some of the ones we're looking at right now, BENE, and it's in the move right now. Okay, it doesn't have warrants, but it's optional, I think. Yes, I did see the rumor. Yes, I did. But they haven't gone away. Progenity and CEI, they are still very much around the corner. They haven't gone away, but would they extend as much? Well, yes, 11% is something for those who bought when it at lower prices. Yes. Pullback, never got support from any. I mean, got a support high up there. That's an impressive support. Not from any of the moving averages. That's good. If it extends further, then that's good. So but the fact that it's trying to extend is also positive, even though this push here is quite a steep one, so naturally you would expect it to pull back as it has done. So it just got a support just below $3.3. Let's see where it's going to run. Let's look at the volume. It's just losing some momentum there. Let's look at the volume so far. 27.3 million, that's the volume so far. It has broken through its 200-day moving average. I think this is the first time in a long time it has done that. It has never really done that in what? Well, in a very long time. This is a very, yeah. So, but at the same time as well, caution is warranted. Anytime this sort of thing happens, there's a good chance we may see some sideways movement. So, but all in all, the stock has been doing well on the daily model. You can see that since the, where would I put it? Sometime earlier this month, never really fell below its 10-day moving average. Pulls back, but they were not even, got support, but not exactly on that, on the 10-day moving average. So which are very, very good bullish signals. So the stock has been exhibiting bullish signals on the daily model. So the gain, but it's losing some of that gain, has now broken through the 10-day volume weighted average price on its 1-minute model. That's on its 1-minute chart. So let's update ourselves with what's going on elsewhere. BENE. Okay, BENE is up 34.3%, getting support from its, I think, maybe 10-day moving average on this 1-minute chart. So let's look at MARK. Yes, it's improving. It's improving. Yes, challenging that 50-day moving average on this 1-minute chart, and still trading at the discount to its volume weighted average price. Let's look at the volume for this session so far. It's broken through that 50-day moving average. Volume is 122.183 million shares, and still counting. Okay, let's look at PHUN. Okay, it's up 8%, 8.24. Lost all the gains. Much of all the gains it ran up in the pre-market session. Okay, broke through the 200 and the 50-day moving average now, so it's moving sideways, consolidating. It's not as exciting as it was even in the pre-market. So let's look at DWAC. Pulling back, pretty much the same thing that is going on with PHUN. Okay, Kamba Energy up 2 point up, quite volatile now. CR created Inc. up 24.31%. COMS up 11.08. SGBX down 20%, 20.42%. BENE, okay. Getting support from its 20-day moving average and the 10-day moving averages as well. Okay, let's look at GRNQ. Went up for the 4%. That's another penny stock. Any chance this one will extend further? Currently losing some momentum. Green Pro Cap Corp. Okay, it just broke through its 10-day moving average, losing some momentum as well and some strength. Getting support from the 20-day moving average now. Getting some resistance from the 10-day moving average. So far has not really fallen below that 20-day moving average. Yes, at some point we saw it get some support there, just slightly below it, and then pulled up again. Now we are seeing it trying to extend. Probably see whether it will challenge this high of 2.07, or probably the opening high of about roughly $2.1. GRNQ. Let's look at the daily model and see the volumes we have there. So we have, okay, it's trading above its volume weighted average price on the daily model. The volume is about 81.13. It's 1.162 million shares. Okay, 67.672, that's the shares outstanding. Okay, trying to get support from its volume weighted average price. Momentum is indicating there's a weakness. The fast line of the 14 period to low stochastic oscillator is below the slow line, so it's quite bearish at the moment. But it's trying to inching up. That fast line is getting bullish. Yes, it's getting bullish. The stock itself is looking up. Let's back again. So let's see whether we can find other stocks on the move. Let's update ourselves with BENE. Okay, it's bearish as well. The fast line is below the slow line based on the 14 period slow stochastic oscillator. It's totally oversold right now. Momentum is poor for BENE, and the RSI is also indicating some weakness. Okay, let's look at the warrant. Okay, getting support from its 50-day moving average. So let's look at MARK, Remark Holdings. Okay, just recently got support around $4, but it has done that before, somewhere around 3.89, challenging the 10 and 20-day moving averages. Okay. Oh wow. Firmware is PHUN is halted. It's in the red right now, down 8.09, 8.07%. Totally oversold at the moment. Is it presenting a buying opportunity for market participants? Let's see what the Yes, as it concerns a PHUN, I believe. Yes, indeed. Let's look at the warrants for PHUN, down 13.75. .07%. That's the loss we are looking at right now for PHUN, DWAC. Same thing, down 2.21, but it's not halted. Canva Energy now up 5.9%. Okay, Created is not down yet, but has lost some of the value, some of the gains it had. COMS up 11.08. Okay, let's get PHUN, see what's going on. Okay, it's up again. So PHUN has lost everything now, it's just only up 1.49%. Okay, we're going to end this session and we are going to come back with updates, and we may come back live again, but we'll continue to update you. Thank you very much, everybody that joined us and joining this session. Thank you, Salim Garb. Thank you very much for contributing and commenting. Yes, thank you. And indeed, every other person I didn't mention, thank you all very much, and we'll look out for updates.